I mean, bro, it slipped out. You know what I'm saying? I don't cuss at all, bro. You know what I mean? That's why I'm surprised, bro, how it slipped out. I'm like, what the freak? You know what I mean? Nigga don't even cuss. You know what I mean? But no, though, man. What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy, Jake Willie Silly, man. AKA Mr. Take It Easy. Before you end up like BZ, man. Make sure y'all follow my Instagram and Twitch, man. In the description down below. Everything you know about your boy Jay is in the description down below, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to my second channel in the description down below. If y'all don't know, man, if y'all don't know, gang, y'all can look at the chat, man. You know what I'm saying? You said people overreacting. No, people overreacting, bro, because they know what I stand for, man. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, bro. So I really can't blame them. You know what I mean? If y'all don't know, man, I was reacting to a police vid, man. Bro, I was trying to say bull crap, bro, and I promise you the BS word just came out, bro. I don't know how it came out. That was the devil, bro. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? Swear. You feel me? No cap. You gonna see it, bro. It just came out, bro. I was like, oops, nigga. Oops. Like, what the freak, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy. It was wild, bro. The joke was, you know what I'm saying? But nah, though, man, I appreciate everybody, man, for subscribing to the second channel, man. And this is what I'm gonna say right here, man. You know what I mean? When it comes to Trevor Lawrence, I appreciate the sub, man. Appreciate the sub. But when it comes to Trevor Lawrence, y'all, you know what I'm saying? I feel so bad for him, bro. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, because Trevor Lawrence is actually a good QB. Like, I say casuals will call Trevor Lawrence bad. Casuals will say Trevor Lawrence is bad. Because in reality, Trevor Lawrence is really not a bad QB. They never built it around Trevor Lawrence. Honestly, bro. If you look at Trevor Lawrence stats, bro, it's not that bad. It's crazy how the QB get all the hate. All the hate, bro. The QB get all eyes on the QB. You know what I'm saying? The old linemen, they don't have to do their job. The wide receivers don't have to do their job. The running back don't even have to do his job. But when it comes to the quarterback, bro, the quarterback, bro, is always got to take heat. But if you really like understand, if you really like for real, Brian Thomas Jr., bro, and Travis Hunter is gonna be the best wide receiver duo that he's had ever, bro. If you think about it, Trevor Lawrence never really been taken care of, bro, from the Jacksonville Jaguars. They never took care of him. You know what I'm saying? Never. You feel me? And people got the nerve. I don't know why people would just be thinking that quarterbacks can do, like, everybody got to do their job, bro. And you seen how Pat Mahomes looked in the Super Bowl, bro? That was the worst Pat Mahomes looked. You know why Pat Mahomes looked that terrible? And everybody started bashing Pat Mahomes, but his O-line wasn't blocking. His wide receivers wasn't getting open. Everybody was clamped. What can Pat Mahomes do other than run for his life, bro, or take a sack? Everybody got to do their job on the football field. That's what these casuals don't understand. I don't know why these niggas be thinking that this quarterbacks can just make it happen. You said Christian Kirk. Negro, please. Christian Kirk. Come on, bro. Christian Kirk. Come on, bro.
As soon as Trevor Lawrence entered high school, he was thrust into the varsity starting quarterback role, and for good reason. As just a freshman, Lawrence passed for 3,053 yards and 26 touchdowns to just 7 interceptions. He also continued—
They said I didn't say that when they beat the Bills because maybe they weren't getting clamped up against the Bills. What you mean? Everybody got to do their job, bro. What you mean, bro? Everybody got to do their job. His O-line was getting destroyed by the Smeagol's. Smeagol's was destroying his O-line. Wide receivers was clamped the freak up. If you really start thinking about it when it comes to Pat Mahomes, bro, he really doesn't have an all-pro wide receiver. He really never has an all— besides Tyreek Hill, what all-pro wide receiver, bro, Pat Mahomes really had? He make wide receivers look like all-pros. Mecole Hardmans, Juju Smith-Schusters. All these niggas. He make these niggas look good. I just said before Tyreek Hill, jackass. And then after Tyreek Hill, you know what I'm saying, they won 2 more. You talking about Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce is a tight end, my boy. I said wide receivers. You trying so hard to prove me wrong when you sound really dumb.
Get better and better, capping off—
he's a tight end. He's not a wide receiver.
3,290 yards and 41 touchdowns to—
D-Hop is not an all-pro. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? Kadarius Toney is not an all-pro wide receiver. What you talking about, bro? Nigga said D-Hop. D-Hop sucks. The freak is you talking about D-Hop for? Nigga sucks. That nigga's trash. This is not Houston Texans D-Hop. That nigga's garbage. Marquise Hollywood Brown is not a freaking all-pro wide receiver. You know what all-pro is, bro? All-pro is A.J. Brown's, bro. Justin Jefferson's, Jamar Chase. What are you talking about? You keep naming niggas. You just naming niggas. I just said all-pro, jackass. All-pro wide receivers. You know what I mean? D-Hop is not no Hall of Famer. Freak is you talking about? Nigga's not no Hall of Famer, bro. Freak is you talking about, gang?
Only his one interception.
Coming
out of high school, Trevor Lawrence was a 5-star recruit who was regarded as one of the
bro. You said they're just naming what I said. Bro, nigga. I said name all. I said name the all-pro wide receivers that Pat Mahomes played with, other than Tyreek Hill. I said name all-pro wide receivers. I don't know why you naming wide receivers like I don't know who the freak he played with. I said name all-pro wide receivers, bro. You know what I'm saying? All-pro. And, bro, people be thinking, bro, these what these casuals be thinking. Had a few good seasons. Bro. You know what I'm saying? At the Texans, bro. You know what I'm saying? Had a few good seasons at the Texans. Had a couple Pro Bowls. They think because a nigga had a good prime, bro, that just automatically, you know what I'm saying, put that nigga in the freaking Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? Automatically puts him in the Hall of Fame. That's like saying D. Rose is a Hall of Famer. It's like saying Derrick Rose is a Hall of Famer. He had an amazing prime, but his whole other career was mediocre. Like what?
High school quarterback prospects of all time. He was the #1 recruit in the 2018 class with a top 247 score of 101. Anything over 100 is considered exceptional. It has the ability to become a franchise player.
Mark got Zay Flowers.
But I guess that's
Mark Andrews. Lamar actually got a wide receiver #1. What you talking about?
I'm sure you could guess, he had his pick of any college imaginable, and in the
got
end,
Bateman?
he decided to commit to the prestigious Clemson University. He arrived at Clemson in 2018 as one of the most highly touted recruits in college football history. Standing in at 6 feet 6 inches tall with a rocket arm and the poise of a seasoned veteran, Lawrence was quickly the future of the program. After just 4 games into his freshman season, Lawrence took over that starting quarterback spot, replacing former senior starter Kelly Bryant. And what followed was nothing short of spectacular. As just a true freshman, he put on a masterclass of quarterback play, throwing for over 3,200 yards and 30 touchdowns with only 4 interceptions, leading Clemson to an undefeated regular season.
This one Clemson was tough though. I ain't gonna lie, with Deshaun Watson and Trevor Lawrence, this one these niggas was tough. I ain't gonna lie, that was tough, bro. That was a tough team to beat, and I know about Clemson. We used to play them. I know about it. They was tough. Not gonna cap. Clemson was a tough team to beat back then.
Fun fact, his first throw was a pass to wide receiver T. Higgins, who is currently a very good player on the Cincinnati Bengals when he's actually on the field. Clemson was the #2 seed behind powerhouse Alabama. With a first-round win against Notre Dame, Clemson and true freshman quarterback Trevor Lawrence.
Hey, I remember they beat the brakes off us. I ain't gonna lie.
Football championship.
I remember they beat the brakes off us in the Natty, bro. I ain't gonna lie. They beat the brakes off us. I ain't gonna cap. We beat the brakes off them more than they beat the brakes off us.
Alabama led by Tua Tagovailoa to win this game, but Lawrence put on a clinic, torching Nick Saban's defense with 347 passing yards and 3 touchdowns in a stunning 44.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, they beat the brakes off us.
As Clemson finished with a
I was in shock.
Record.
Couldn't believe that. I was like, what the freak? Like, got outplayed from first quarter to. We lose. I'm never gonna make excuses. They beat the brakes off her.
Looks across the middle, throws it back in the end zone, caught, Higgins, touchdown.
Lawrence's performance was unexpected for a freshman on such a grand stage, solidifying his status as the face of college.
Man, I don't know why people talking about some Bama K. Literally own every single one of y'all in here. I'm not gonna lie. We even own these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Beat the brakes off them too. I ain't gonna lie to you. Beat the brakes off these niggas too. Every nigga we lost to, we came back and put straight belt to booty on. Best believe that.
Football and setting the tone for what would become a historic college career. For his sophomore season, expectations for Clemson were sky high.
Hey, JD5 the GOAT. Stop trying to troll me, man, before you get banned, all right? You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to troll me, all right? Before you get banned. Simple as that, all right?
As you could imagine. Clemson once again dominated the regular season, and Lawrence's numbers continued to improve. He finished the year with 3,665 passing yards, 36 passing touchdowns, and only 8
Nigga said Texas on us. Bro, Texas, most of that, bro, they're 2-2 versus us, bro, when it comes to the Nick Saban era. Like, barely even play us, bro. Half of your wins is 19-13s. Those when you niggas wins was in the Nick Saban era, bro. I only seen Texas beat us 2 times. Niggas tied up with us with Nick Saban era, bro. Ever since I been alive, bro, Texas only beat us 2 times. Nigga talking about Vanderbilt. You beat this team over 100 sometimes. Nigga only won like, what, 3 times against us. We owned them little goofy boys. Them boys ain't never winning a day in their life again.
Lawrence also showed off his athleticism, rushing for a career-high 563 yards and 9 touchdowns.
Texas barely play us.
Clemson cruised to another undefeated regular season, winning the ACC championship and earning a spot in the college football playoff for the 2nd straight year. Lawrence had a standout performance in the Fiesta Bowl against Ohio State, leading Clemson to a thrilling 29-23 win. In that game, Lawrence showed his dual threat abilities.
Trevor Lawrence ain't the problem, I'm telling y'all, bro.
And throwing for 2 more.
He ain't the problem. That little trash show organization I'm building around him. That nigga's far from the problem, bro. Nigga stats actually nice. Go on timeout that JD5 nigga right quick.
In the national championship game, however,
we'll get banned in a minute. Go on timeout 600
finally
seconds.
met their match against Joe Burrow.
Oh, this team.
LA.
I mean, bro. I don't think nobody gonna beat this team.
LSU Tigers. Lawrence struggled to find his rhythm in this one, completing just 18 of his 37 pass attempts for 234 yards and 9 touchdowns in a 42-25 loss. Despite
Jamar Chase,
Lawrence's leadership and playmaking ability throughout the season had
Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson on the same team. That's OD.
Football. His record as a starter moved to 25-1, and Clemson remained a powerhouse that no team wanted to face. If he could have been declared for the NFL draft, he would have undoubtedly been the #1 overall pick at that point. But to be eligible for the draft, players must be out of high school for at least 3 years, so he was back at Clemson for what would be his final year of college football. Unfortunately, this season showed some struggles for not only college football, but the whole world. The pandemic had taken the U.S. by storm and created uncertainty around the college football season, and Lawrence himself missed 2 games after testing positive for the virus. Despite the adversity, he continued to play at an elite level, throwing for 3,153 yards and 24 touchdowns in just 10 games, along with 8 rushing touchdowns.
Playing with a lot of pace here. And there you go, setting up the run for Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence is tough, bro. I'm telling y'all, bro. I ain't finna go over on Trevor Lawrence, bro. I know that nigga ain't the problem. He ain't the problem, bro.
Lawrence's leadership was on full display during this season. Not only
how long have I been streaming? How long have I been streaming,
title, but he also became the face of college football's "We Want to Play" movement, advocating for the safety of players and for the season to continue amidst the pandemic. His maturity off the field was just as impressive as his play on it.
Hey, jackasses.
This time, he proposed to his high school sweetheart on the Clemson field, so that was a pretty cool moment for him, I'm sure. As the college playoffs rolled around, Clemson once again found themselves matched up against Ohio State. But this time around, Lawrence and the Tigers...
I ain't gonna lie, Ohio State, man, they really, like... Honestly, bro, Ohio State... The only reason we ain't make the playoffs this year, I be trying to tell people, look, is because of Jalen Mildew. If it wasn't for Jalen Mildew, bro, we would have went undefeated, bro. No doubt about it. Jalen Mildew is the problem. Now Mildew is going. You know what I'm saying? But... yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie. Ohio State would have beat the brakes, you know what I'm saying, off them. I ain't gonna lie. They had to go get Junkins, you know what I'm saying, really, bro. And Jeremiah Smith, man, you know what I'm saying? Jeremiah Smith, bro. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Jeremiah Smith, he's good, bro, you know what I'm saying? But he was locked down really in the first half, bro. Just, you know, probably like I remember one game. What was that game? He was really locked down, bro. He just had he had some long catches, bro. You know what I'm saying? They got them yards, but bro really wasn't doing nothing, you know what I'm saying? You know, he just broke out, you feel me? You know, broke out for a long pass, and then, especially that national championship, that nigga know he was trying.
were outmatched by a determined.
You said because he double teamed? That don't matter. I ain't trying to hear that. That don't matter. It's a lot of niggas that get double teamed. I hate when niggas be trying to make excuses. You know, if you like that, you gonna find a way to get open. I ain't trying to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Plenty of niggas get double teamed and they still make something happen. I ain't trying to hear that. Marvin Harrison Jr., he was getting double teamed. He's not even better than Marvin Harrison Jr. You know what I'm saying? So
guys team led by
if you like that, if you like that, then you'll find a way. Simple as that. You say niggas like that. You say niggas like that, then they'll find a way to get open.
Behind Lawrence.
You ain't like that,
the Tigers fell in this one 49-28, with Lawrence throwing for 400 yards and 2 touchdowns in a losing effort. It was a disappointing end to his Clemson career, but Lawrence's legacy was already more than cemented. He declared for the NFL draft after the 2020 season, leaving Clemson with a 34-2 record as a starter, 3 ACC championships, and a national championship to his name. He threw for over 10,000 yards and accounted for 108 total touchdowns in his 3 years, and he left as one of the most accomplished and influential players, not in just Clemson's history, but in all of college football.
He was tough, bro. I'm gonna keep it G. That nigga was so tough.
As the NFL draft rolled around,
there made me so angry,
about who was going to go number 1. The question was, who would hold the number 1 pick? The Jags and the Jets were battling all season for the number 1 overall pick, but in the end, the 1-15 Jags ended up with that number 1 overall pick, while the 2-14 Jets were picking right behind them. And on April 29th, 2021, the Jaguars made it official. So
let's name a good quarterback that came. Like, name a legendary quarterback that came from Jacksonville or the Jets. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, he was set up to fail. Ain't gonna lie, like, he was literally set up to fail, bro. No cap.
Lawrence with the first overall pick of the draft.
Y'all forgot Jacksonville. I think they forgot, like, Jacksonville, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, made it to the playoffs, like, made a deep run, bro. I'm telling y'all, bro, like, get this boy some weapons, bro. Get his boy some weapons. I'm telling you, Jacksonville gonna be a problem, bro.
He was viewed as the savior who could turn around this struggling franchise.
I know y'all thinking hard too.
Coach Urban Meyer
what quarterback came from Jacksonville Jaguars so I can prove him wrong?
Lawrence's selection did not come without challenges. He was joining a Jaguars team in need of a complete rehaul. The franchise had experienced just 1 winning season in the previous 13 years, and the roster was full of holes. Expectations were certainly high, but many analysts warned that it would take time for Lawrence to find success in the NFL, given the state of the team. And it was safe to say those analysts were right.
Team sucks.
Lawrence's highly anticipated rookie season in 2021 was loaded with different challenges and disappointments, both for him personally and the Jaguars as a franchise. With the excitement surrounding Lawrence, him being the first overall pick in the NFL draft, all of that set extremely large and unrealistic expectations to live up to, given the state of the team. But the thing is, Lawrence didn't get anywhere near living up to the hype. From the start, the Jaguars faced significant hurdles, starting with head coach Urban Meyer's controversial leadership. Meyer, who was stepping into the NFL after being a successible college coach,
he didn't go back to what you was at
to the professional game.
Urban Meyer is, outside of Nick Saban, to me, the best college football coach ever. He's he's a great college football coach. Oftentimes, what makes you great at one job can be your undoing in another.
His unorthodox methods, combined with his lack of experience at the NFL level, led to a very confusing and unorganized atmosphere within the organization. Meyer's coaching style alienated some players, and
was Myers a regular seasoner? He's a regular seasoner,
which contributed to a.
I got Dabo over freaking Myers. I ain't gonna lie. I got Dabo Sweeney over Myers. I ain't gonna cap. Talking about besides Nick Saban, he's the greatest coach. No, he's not. I got Dabo over him. He's a regular seasoner. You know what I'm saying? Regular seasoner.
Mystery and, of course,
he's just like Ryan Day.
As for Lawrence, the struggles began
regular seasoner.
On. While he showed flashes of his potential, he also
got Dabo Sweeney
pains that were made even worse by the coaching instability.
But Dabo's
offensive line struggled to protect him, leading to a significant number of sacks and forced throws that contributed to his high interception count.
I mean, he's double teamed on every play, and down goes Trevor Lawrence as Nick Bosa.
There's the snap. Time
Nobody's getting open. Nobody's getting open. Wide receivers got to get open for him to throw the ball.
Of his career with 3,641 passing yards, but only managed 12 touchdowns to his 17 interceptions.
Oh my God.
Which is a disappointing stat line for any player, especially one that was so good in
bad.
college and high school. The inconsistency in play calling and the lack of offensive strategy under Meyer further hurt Lawrence's ability to find rhythm in the passing game. And as the season wore on, Jaguars' frustrations got even worse.
That's bad.
The team endured a 20-game losing streak dating back to last season, 5 of which Lawrence was accountable for. Lawrence felt the weight of the franchise's struggles on his shoulders. Instead of being the transformative figure expected to elevate the Jaguars,
gotta help this nigga.
Found himself stuck in a losing environment that stunned him.
This nigga Superman?
Games that should have been developmental
I ain't gonna lie, if I was Trevor Lawrence, bro. I mean, Trevor Lawrence got paid though. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna lie, bro. I probably would have to request a trade or something. I ain't gonna care, bro. Straight up. You see how the Browns deal with Baker Mayfield, bro.
He's often turned
probably get the freak up out of there. I ain't gonna care.
As Lawrence tried to navigate the complexity
of my career, bro.
While contending with the
niggas don't want to take care of me.
The team was
increasingly
being questioned. Urban Meyer's time was marked by controversies that distracted the team overall. Incidents such as his failure to return to the team after a loss to the Cincinnati Bengals and the fallout from his interactions with players and staff created a toxic atmosphere. This lack of stability and accountability ultimately hindered Lawrence's development as a rookie quarterback. These struggles led to a mounting criticism of both Meyer and the organization. Lawrence's potential as a franchise quarterback was overshadowed by the overarching narrative of a coach who didn't seem to be prepared for the challenges of the NFL, marking the end of an era that many felt never truly even began. For Lawrence, his rookie year was disappointing as he knew he could perform at a higher level with the right support and structure around him. Because of this, Trevor Lawrence and Jaguar fans entered the 2022 season with new hope. They had just hired Doug Peterson. Who
but what did Jacksonville do? Like, did the Jacksonville Jaguars, did they do a good draft? Y'all tell me in the comment section. You know what I mean? But did the Jacksonville Jaguars have a good draft? I see y'all drafted Travis Hunter, but who else did they draft? You know what I'm saying? Who else did they draft, y'all? You know what I'm saying? Other than that, nothing. They had nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nothing.
Super Bowl winning coach with the Eagles to replace Urban Meyer.
I mean, why are you even like you just want like somebody attention? You know what I'm saying? You just bringing up the Giants. This video has nothing to do with the Giants, you jackass. And nigga, change your freaking name. That name pisses me off. You not no Willie Silly. You Trey. You be Trey. You know what I'm saying? Be you. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be my freaking bro. Hey, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
And that shift in leadership brought a sense of
watch my freaking mouth.
Structure to the organization.
If I say something, I'll probably freaking regret.
Peterson's experience and knowledge in the NFL were expected to help Lawrence develop into that franchise quarterback.
We got a video about Trevor Lawrence, and this jackass right here is speaking on the Giants.
Off rather poorly though, as the Jags dropped.
Just a goofy out boy. That's all. He's just a goofy out boy. You gotta expect that from the ops.
Lawrence demonstrated significant improvement in his play every single game. The coaching staff focused.
You better change your name, Trey Willie Silly. I'm the only Willie Silly up in this thing. You know what I mean? Change that name immediately. You know what I mean? Just caught my attention. Change that name immediately.
Intermediate passing,
I don't like
allowing
that.
Lawrence to utilize his.
I made up that name for a reason. I want to be the only one with that name. Simple as that.
He showcased increased confidence.
I better see that name change immediately.
Decision making and was getting better at reading the defenses. Lawrence finished the 2022 season with 4,113
see the difference?
Yards, 25 touchdowns,
see the difference?
And only 8 interceptions.
See the difference when you get a coach?
Much better than his rookie year.
See his difference?
The main highlight from his sophomore season came in Week 15 against Dallas.
This Cowgirls, K. Stupid Cowgirls. Oh my God, I cannot stand them niggas. Just lost DeMarcus Lawrence. You know what I mean? Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence, they going back and forth. Y'all ain't see both of them niggas going back and forth?
The main highlight
love to see it. I love
season came in
I freaking love that jump
against Dallas.
This
was a must-win game.
Jesus, I love
playoff hopes alive, and Lawrence
Cowgirls
did
K,
everything
man.
he could
Redskins
to
K.
make that happen.
Falcons
he threw
K,
for
man.
318 yards and 4 touchdowns while leading Jacksonville back from a 17-point deficit.
Look at him. Look how pathetic these Cowgirls
They
is.
escaped with a 6-point win in overtime of 40-34.
Taps the ball over middle.
You lost DeMarcus Lawrence. That's gonna be a huge loss for him. Oh my God, look at him. Jesus Christ. To the Beijing, to the Beijing. Can I get some Krispy Kreme?
Lawrence lofting in zone.
Put straight belt to booty. Cowgirls K. Cowgirls K. Cowgirls K.
Another defining moment for Lawrence came in the regular season finale against the Titans, where he threw for 212 yards, securing a playoff spot for the Jags in a thrilling 20-16 win. He developed strong relationships.
Oh my God, niggas still talking about that 40-0 and still can't win a ring. At least I want to ring him. At least we want to ring in my lifetime. Golly. That's what all these cowgirls care about is beating Daniel Jones. You own Daniel Jones, bro. That's it and that's all. That's who you own. You own that sorry nigga. Now niggas actually got a game plan against us instead of bullying Daniel Jones the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Now niggas actually got a game plan because we actually got a QB now. So now you got a game plan now. Niggas know they ain't got a really game plan. They got Daniel Jones. We ain't got to really game plan them like that. We got to really game plan. Niggas own Daniel Jones.
Kirk and tight end Evan Ingram.
All niggas used to do is bully Daniel Jones. That's all he used to do.
As Lawrence connected with both players frequently
Dallas, the civil rights cowgirls.
Dynamic offense. As the regular season
goes,
the Jaguars had transformed from a struggling team to being an AFC South contender, ultimately finishing the season with a 9-8 record. Lawrence's growth was evident, and he emerged as the best moment of his sophomore season came in the playoffs, where he faced off against the Chargers once again in the wild card round. In a thrilling matchup, Lawrence put together a remarkable performance, throwing for 288 yards and 4 touchdowns, leading the Jags to a historic 31-30 comeback victory. The game started off pretty rough as the Jags found themselves down 27-0 due to 4 Trevor Lawrence interceptions in the first half. But they weren't ready to give up that easy, as Lawrence followed this up with 4 touchdown passes as well as a diving 2-point conversion.
Bro, that was legendary.
To 30-28.
I would have gave up, I ain't gonna lie.
And Lawrence reaches over and scores.
And with a little over 3 minutes left on the clock, the Jags marched down the field, also established Lawrence as a player capable of leading his team in high-stakes situations. Their next opponent in the playoffs.
Yeah, I knew y'all was gonna lose. I ain't gonna lie. I knew the fairy tale story was over. You know what I mean? I like enjoy the win, but
a very
y'all ain't going nowhere.
Chiefs team who were of course led by Patrick Mahomes. Now this game was a nail biter. Mahomes injured his ankle late in the first quarter and missed the rest of the first half, but the Jaguars just couldn't take advantage of this. It was 10-7 when Mahomes left the game after a field goal drive, but on the Chiefs' next possession, the Jaguars gave up a 98-yard touchdown drive to backup quarterback Chad Henne, aided by a roughing the passer call against defensive lineman Arden Key and giving up a 39-yard run to Isaiah Pacheco. The Jaguars clawed their way back within 3 points early in the fourth quarter with a 4-yard touchdown run by Travis Etienne, set up by Trevor Lawrence's 37-yard strike to Zay Jones, and an 18-yard run.
Telling y'all, Christian Kirk. Look at his options, y'all. Look who he went to the playoffs with. That nigga number 1 option was Christian Kirk.
37
was Calvin really on the scene, yo?
And an 18-yard reverse play by Christian Kirk. But the Chiefs' lead was back up to 10 after Mahomes on his bum ankle engineered a 10-play, 75-yard touchdown drive to put Kansas City back up 27-17.
Look who he working with.
Midway through the final period. I guess this is just one of the reasons why many people are calling this guy the GOAT, huh? That's up for debate.
He's the GOAT.
Then the Jags.
He's the GOAT, bro. Simple as that. I do not care. He's the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Whether you like it or not, Pat Mahomes is the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? It's your opinion. Like I said, my opinion, Pat Mahomes is the GOAT. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? It is what it is, bro.
Jaguars collapsed and had consecutive turnovers. Receiver Jamal
He's
Agnew fumbled at the 3-yard line, and then Lawrence was picked off by cornerback Jalen Watson.
Can somebody tell me why every time I say something, JD the 5 man has something to say? Are you Dre, bro? Are you the cupcake? Don't tell me you're cupcake, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me you're cupcake. Brady beat him. Brady didn't beat him. The Buccaneers beat him. Let's stop acting like it's a 1v1 match. You know what I'm saying? Let's stop acting like it's a 1v1 match, because guess what? Eli beat Brady. I hate when people try to say that. Brady beat him, but Eli beat Brady. So Eli better than Brady then. By that right there, Eli better than Brady. Eli beat Brady 2 times. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. So if you wanna, let's talk about Eli beat Brady. Eli beat Brady 2 times, and Brady had a better team. So Eli's better than Brady.
Watson.
He's better than Brady.
The Jaguars took a tough 27-20 loss, but a playoff appearance and a playoff
Eli's better than Brady.
His second year in the NFL was not something to be upset about at all. Coming into the 2023 season, Jaguar fans had hope once.
Well, how can you not say Eli better than Brady when Eli beat Brady 2 times? But what you saying the only reason Tom Brady is better than Pat Mahomes because Tom Brady beat him. Eli's better than Brady. Eli has 2 rings and the Super Bowl MVP.
Again,
how is he not better than Brady? He beat him 2 times.
With players such as Christian Kirk, Travis Etienne, Evan Ingram, and then adding Calvin Ridley in the offseason, they were looking like they had the potential to be possible Super Bowl contenders. And for the beginning of the year, the Jags...
It don't matter. He still beat Brady.
Off to an impressive...
And Tom Brady's a cheater. Thank you. And he's a cheater. I don't know why people act like Tom Brady didn't get caught cheating 2 times. He literally had to go to court for it. So you got a cheater as your GOAT? He literally got caught cheating and you still put him as a GOAT? Bro literally got caught cheating. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. He got caught cheating. He cheated. He deflated balls. He was watching other teams' film. He cheated. And you got this nigga over, like, I don't get it. Nigga's a cheater.
Restart, but then they collapsed. A team that was supposed to be Super Bowl contenders went just 1-5 in their last 6 games, missing out on the playoffs. Lawrence didn't hit that breakout stride that he was expected to. Sure, he had a pretty good year, throwing for 4,016 yards with a completion percentage of 65.6%, achieving 21 touchdowns while throwing 14 interceptions. But he just didn't develop into the generational status that many fans were hoping for and expecting. But beside all that, the Jaguars still saw him as their starting quarterback of the future, and they gave him a massive 5-year, $275 million contract extension heading into the 2024 season.
He deserved it.
A season that he was finally going to break out.
I still believe him.
That he's a generational talent, right? Well, not quite. At the time of recording this, we are 7 weeks into the NFL season, and the Jags look downright awful. They are sitting at 2-5, which is one of the worst records in the NFL, not to mention how they started off the season 0-4. Trevor Lawrence has looked like a low-tier starting quarterback at best, and if you have fantasy football, forget about it. I'm sure you are not happy with the performances. I just have no idea what's going on with this team. Most of their core consists of young guys, and they really didn't lose a ton of their key pieces. They also went out and drafted star wide receiver Brian Thomas Jr.
That was a good one.
With the 23rd overall pick.
Now they got Travis Hunter.
Nicely, I must say, and signed wide receiver Gabe Davis.
Gabe Davis sucked. You know what I'm saying? But signing Brian Thomas Jr. and then having Travis Hunter, watch how he worked. Watch how he worked this year, y'all. Watch how different Trevor Lawrence looked this year. Watch, y'all. I'm telling you, it's not Trevor Lawrence, bro. It's them options that he got, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. He ain't got no options for real, bro.
Moves were
he got no
receiving core.
Selection.
Sure, they ended up losing out on Calvin Ridley in the offseason, but he wasn't performing at the level.
He wasn't even performing like that at Jacksonville. Now, I mean, Calvin really was like that on the Falcons. That's what Calvin really was like that on the Falcons. That nigga wasn't even performing like that on Jacksonville, bro.
He was expected to last
Christian
season
Kirk,
either.
Niggas,
this
man,
was
bro.
expected to be Super Bowl contenders. Or
Calvin really wasn't better than Brian Thomas Jr. Brian Thomas Jr. already better than Calvin Ridley.
Sure, they've had
how Calvin really was in Jacksonville.
The Dolphins, Bills, and Texans.
Hey, you got Travis Hunter. Watch.
Who are arguably
it's the best wide receiver core he had.
Football. Cleveland sitting at just 1-6, with their only win being against the Jags, which is pretty embarrassing. And their 2 wins haven't really proven too much to me. They beat a mediocre Colts team who was missing their best player in Jonathan Taylor, then beat a Patriots team in London led by Drake May,
bro.
First career
He's the future.
Start. 2 weeks back, they got dismantled by a Caleb Williams-led Bears team who still has a ton to learn, but they are looking much better than the Jags at this point. There were a lot of drops by Jags players in this one, but still, Trevor Lawrence is going to have to play a lot better if they want to win these games. I'm not personally ready to give up on Trevor Lawrence just yet. I still think he has the potential to lead the Jags to a deep playoff run in the future. Like I said, not this year, though. I think they're going to miss the playoffs personally. But something that people have to realize is that Lawrence just turned 25 years old.
He's still young!
This video. He still has a ton of time to grow. We've recently seen a lot of quarterbacks break out late, such as Geno Smith, who had an awful early career with the Jets.
He's still young, bro.
On the Giants and Chargers, and then finally the Seahawks before getting to start there. And he's looking, pretty good right now.
He's still young.
Mayfield, who had one good year in Cleveland before struggling and then rotting away in Carolina before having a crazy comeback and redeeming his career in Tampa Bay. And now we see Sam Darnold, who was stuck on the Jets and the Panthers, both places that seem to be themes for struggling quarterbacks, before going to the 49ers.
Sam Darnold
up there, and then to the Vikings this offseason.
He'll be a mid QB. Well, it's good. It's good to know that what you say don't matter, Arlen. I think we got another troller in the chat. I think we got another troller. Him and JD5, they be on my meat heavy, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? They be on my meat heavy, OD heavy. You know what I'm saying? So good thing what you say don't matter, you Orient freak.
Incredible so far, with the Vikings being one of the best teams at a shocking 5-2.
Oh my God, Vikings, bro. Hey man, we not worried about no Vikings. We not talking about them no more. I ain't gonna lie. Fraudsters. Who they got? JJ McCarthy. They going with JJ McCarthy. That nigga sucks. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you. That nigga sucks. So I'm gonna go and tell you, bro, that nigga's garbage.
Before you decide to freak out about Trevor Lawrence, just remember he is still young, has a lot of time to grow and develop. He's also shown plenty of flashes of greatness, and I also believe that he is.
Spam one if y'all want me to look. Spam one if y'all want me to keep on.
Team is still
want me to keep on reacting to NFL. Are y'all in the NFL content? Are we in the NFL mood? I'm kind of in the NFL mood, man. I miss football, y'all.
Is Trevor Lawrence just a mediocre quarterback? I miss football, y'all. Does he still have some untapped generational potential? And could you see him leading the Jags to a Super Bowl in the future?
Football, man.
Let me know in the comment section down below.
I really do.
If you enjoed this video,
I don't give a dang what you say.
So I know to make more like this.
I don't care. I'm reacting. I'm reacting to NFL. Bro, I miss football, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I miss the heck out of football game. I'm ready for football season to start, bro. I really like football. I'm an NBA head for sure. You know what I'm saying? But football, bro, I ain't gonna lie. It's just something about football, bro. NBA, I love NBA. I'm obsessed with NBA for sure. Second favorite sport, but football, bro, I feel like that's when my prime come out right there, man. Football is just different, man, especially college, boy. But nah, though, this is the most hyped I've ever been about football right here.